Hello everybody, my name is CoolBlue, and I'm bringing you guys this friendly 5v5, and sorry for the obnoxious crunching of ice and drinking ice, or eating ice thing in the background, but I was thirsty, I just ate chocolate, and I need water. Sorry. Anyway, I just realized I had something up that I shouldn't have been up. Whoops, let's change this. There's only CoolBlue bring you guys this cast this time. Husky is not here with me at this time. Shout out to you. Husky, I don't know which one to call you really. I say Husk first so people know it's not Husky StarCraft, but it's Husky. That's his name. That's the name he chose.
Radiant team.
But anyway, it's just me bringing the cast in. Start off with the bands. You see STOPLlama Tiem ban out the Darkseer once again, and there's a nice darker band coming out from Bloody Valentine, and that, guys, is what we call in this industry a respect band. That is a respect band coming out from Bloody Valentine to Dran, because that was a very effective Night Stalker on those first night times. Like, he bought a Smoky to Seed and just showed up everywhere and just killed everything. So very successful night times that did, in fact, lead STOPLlama Tiem to a very early victory, a very easy victory. Just well, not necessarily easy. They did have to do some nice little fancy witchery in that mid fight that they had. But nonetheless, Night Stalker's banned out, so he won't be seen in this game. And I'm actually very interested to see how Bloody Valentine decided to respond in this game to whatever STOPLlama Tiem throws out to him. Because if I had to throw any one critique, I will say that it did take Bloody Valentine a little while to finally react to the Night Stalker actually doing the ganks. So my question is, what strategy will STOPLlama Tiem decide to throw at Bloody Valentine? Will they go for that gank heavy strat, or will they go for a push type strat, or will they just go for a 4 protect 1 type strat, where they just have one person farm out for like 50 minutes and everybody else just stall as long as they possibly can? Really, what it will come down to will just be how either side responds. And like I said, Bloody Valentine showed the last game that they were slow to respond. They responded, but it was a little bit too late. STOPLlama Tiem showed that they were really good at their aggression, and I'm just, like I said, excited to see what either team does. So we got Clinks blown out from Bloody Valentine. It looks like they're just trying to ban out everybody who's decent / good at ganking. Clinks really effective at ganking once he gets his Orca Malevolence up. And actually slightly before that. Night Stalker, same thing, he's really effective at the night time. STOPLlama Tiem sticking to their guns. They're going to continue to ban out the Bristleback. They're going to continue to ban out the Darkseer. My question is, will they go for the same exact strategy minus the Night Stalker in this game? Will they have Medusa as the primary farmer? So we'll just have to wait and see what they decide to pick up. And while we do that, I'm going to go ahead and throw out a few words, a few shoutouts to everybody who's in this game. Shout out to everybody who's in this game. Dran, Toxic, Smash, Nyan, or, okay, yeah, Nyan, and P. Sullivan. Also on the other side, Magicians, Nathan, Knight, Yoshi, JJ the DJ, and also Sergeant Miller. Shout out to all you guys. Pretty much all these guys on my friends list. They're pretty awesome people to hang out around with. Dran, he's also a caster to some extent. Smash, he co-cast with me before. And also Bloody Valentine in general, they've always wanted me to cast for them, and I would say, yeah, sure, I'll cast after I finish my homework. And then I never finished my homework, so I never casted. So I kind of feel bad for them. In the sense of, I promised I would, but I didn't. So here I am, I'm casting for them, so shout out to everybody, shout out to all my friends, shout out to all the people here, shout out to all the viewers as well, and Dota TV, and also all the viewers watching on my YouTube video at a later time. So as far as the picks go, we got a TA first pick from Bloody Valentine, which means that they might be trying to go for a snowball type strat. Hard to tell, but TA does snowball pretty well if she gets those free kills and gets that extra damage, gets a quick blink dagger, goes straight to Deso, and just kills you all day long with those blinks and stuff. Moving on to STOPLlama Tiem, we have an Alchemist, and we also have a Venomancer to pick up, and I'm excited to see how this Venomancer decides to play, because I don't know about you guys, but I love playing Venomancer. I think he's one of the most, well, not necessarily broken, but he's a very strong support, in the sense that he gets free vision with his Plague Wards. Like, I pretty much play him as tactically as I possibly can, and a lot of times I end up feeding anyway. But that's neither here nor there, guys, because it's not about me. It's about the people in this game. And the Venomancer to pick up, I'm excited to see. I want to see how they decide to play it. Will they go for the aggressive carry type Venomancer where he builds a Shadow Blade, Phase Boots, Ring of Aquila, Butterfly, and tries to kill things? Or will they be playing a supportive Venomancer? Hard to tell. He can technically play both. I don't like him as a person who's focused on doing damage. I like him better as a support. But hey, my opinion is not really all that valid just yet. Alchemist, he gets free gold. He can play a supportive role. He can do whatever he wants. It's going to be a toss-up to see how they decide to play it. The question is, will they pick other people who need farm, or will they just keep it as it is and just go for a mid, another support, and offlaner?
Remaining.
Or is Alchemist their mid?
Ban.
Is Alchemist their mid? That is the question to ask yourself, guys. It's like his name is Robert Paulson. It's the same concept.
Ten seconds remaining. Radiant team ban.
Okay, I just been passed a few snippets of awesome news. What? I don't know what Jen was saying. Anyway, I just got some nice little hints coming out from one of the people who are apparently either watching or listening, or maybe just know STOPLlama Tiem in general. But yes, he just passed me on some interesting news, and I'm not gonna say it because he told me not to say it out loud, but we'll wait to see if it happens. But we might be seeing some interesting plays coming up from STOPLlama Tiem in this game. I'm just gonna say that. I'll just say that much. Leave it at that. I'll leave you guys hanging. You have to stay tuned for the rest of the cast to find out what the big twist is. But let's not talk about the obvious things. We had a Crystal Maiden pick up from Bloody Valentine, so some early aggression can come out from them if they do so desire. That's why Crystal Maiden is best played, because her level 1 Frostbite is annoying as crap and hard to run away from. Easy to kill with Venomancer with the Frostbite Nova plus some right clicks from your ally, or maybe another stun if they have a stun available. As far as the bans go, we see a Lich ban, a Silencer ban, so Silencer was an issue for STOPLlama Tiem, which I do agree with, because he did cause a few issues when they were trying to fight mid. That's how Night Stalker plus somebody else died. And no deaths on the side of the Radiant, which was Bloody Valentine again. So yeah, he's banned out, so I guess kind of sort of a respect ban coming from STOPLlama Tiem. And also, they picked up a Lone Druid on their side, which, that means they're, I don't know, it's hard to tell what they're really going for. Because the Alchemist, he can play for that early aggression, he can get a Shadow Blade, he can just forego all the gold that he's going to get and go for Acid Spray stun, plus ulti, and then get a Shadow Blade and just kill everybody. And then you can have Lone Druid farming up whatever he wants, or doing whatever the heck he wants to do on the backside. So
Dire team pick.
Tough to see. And we could potentially see a Venom, I mean, I'm not saying we are, but we could see a Venomancer mid. It could happen. Like I said, I don't like it. I personally don't like it. Anyway, I'm just going to keep reminding you guys that it can happen. I just personally think Venomancer is much better as a support. I'm sorry. His Venomous Gale, sure, it does do a lot more damage than I thought it did. Especially when you put 2 points in instead of just 1.
10 seconds
that means it actually does damage over time. But anyway.
5 seconds remaining.
We have a Dragon Knight ban and a Death Prophet ban on the side of Bloody Valentine, so they're trying to stop all the push that they possibly can. Dragon Knight not really the strongest pushers in the world, but he can be a somewhat of a pusher. Once he gets his level 2 Dragon form, actually just level 1 Dragon form, free damage on towers. Death Prophet, I've seen him many times, I've faced him many times, and boy, I had a long game where we were going against the Death Prophet. I was playing Wraith Knight.
10 seconds.
I was playing Wraith King, and we're going against the Death Prophet who had a Bloodstone on heart and like just all kinds of stuff just to be annoying. She was just survivable as crap. I had to build an A-Blade because I forgot to, but I built it, and we eventually won. But that game lasted for like an hour and 10 minutes or something like that. It was ridiculous. So yeah, Death Prophet getting banned out, so you won't have to face all that tankiness, all those free physical damage and that AoE. Rubik gonna be the pickup for Bloody Valentine, and also Undying. And we see a Tusk pickup for STOPLlama Tiem, which tells you that, I mean, it's really hard to pin down what strategy they're going for, which is what you have, which is what you want to have happen during the picking and banning phase. Because STOPLlama Tiem, for all I know, Lone Druid is a support, and Alchemist is a support, and Venomancer and Tusk are cores. That's all I really. I mean, for all I know, that could happen.
5 seconds.
Tusk, he doesn't really need all that much farm to be effective, so he can be playing that roaming ganker like a Mirana can.
Reserve time.
Or he can go for the primary farm and build a rapier first and kill everybody with one punch. I've seen it happen. I've had it happen with somebody who was on my team. They played Tusk. They built they built phase boots. I don't think I built an armlet, but they built phase boots and a rapier. and they literally carried us through the game, and then we eventually lost because he lost a rapier, but still, he carried us through the game for like 20 good minutes, and it was ridiculous. Just snowballed in, punched somebody in the face, and then walked away. So Tusker can be that aggression if you want to put him in that role. Alchemist, he can be that aggression. Lone Druid can be that aggression. Venomancer can be that aggression. It's hard to pin down what STOPLlama Tiem to go for. And then pick up an Ogre Magi last, which actually has me a little bit concerned. I will admit that. Every time I see Ogre Magi's played, they don't necessarily do the best in the world. So they might be seeing some struggles from that. As far as the other ban, I saw a Lifestealer ban, and I missed what the other ban was on Bloody Valentine. But it doesn't really matter. The Undying was picked up, Rubik was picked up, and Slaughter was picked up. And I talked zero about the Undying, but it'll be difficult to dive in Undying early on. So he might be going on a safe, or going against the safe lane Crystal Maiden plus Slaughter, and he should be fine versus all their aggression. So a decent pickup versus that. And of course, the Ogre Magi pickup, I'm still afraid to see how that goes out. The Slaughter pickup, I'm excited to see. What awesome things happen from that. Negative armor on the Syllabear equals a dead Syllabear. And by Syllabear, I mean the hero himself. And oh look, we have Smaps going for Rabbit first. Hashtag no bear strat. Not too sure if that was an accident or if that was on purpose, but he did go for Rabbit first. I have seen it played a few times where it was a Lone Druid who didn't go bear first, but I mean guys, to be honest, I barely see it. No? Okay, I agree. Not funny enough. But something that isn't funny, of course, just like my joke, is let's go and talk about these picks so let's go and talk about the introductions for the teams, because that's not funny. That's a serious matter. So enough on this this Phantom Assassin, we see Knight Yoshi on him for Bloody Valentine. Moving over to the Rubik, and man, look at that obnoxious sigil. I'm sorry guys, it's like obnoxiously red. Moving over to this Rubik, we see Magician on him. Very, very appropriately so. The Magus is playing, or Magician is playing the Magus. Moving over to the Slaughter, we see Nathan 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5 hanging out on him on this Undying, and man, that is still obnoxiously red. It's like a target on my screen. And he's gonna stand on top of it. How dare you, Undying? Moving over to this Undying, we see Sergeant Miller. That's right guys, it's like Sergeant Major, but just with an extra beer or something. And on this Crystal Maiden, who's actually down bottom. Oh man, I called this out wrong. Sorry, I said Undying should be able to face all the aggression coming out from the people, from the Crystal Maiden, but they're totally in the opposite team. Or they're totally in the same team. And on this Crystal Maiden, we see JJ the DJ. I keep trying to say the Jedi. And I think that ends up all the calls for Bloody Valentine. Moving over to the dark side on STOPLlama Tiem, we have Smaps playing that Lone Druid who went Rabbit first and no bear, but hey, he's gonna get level 2 soon, so he doesn't care. No bear, no cares. Moving on to Alchemist, we see Toxic Sniper, who's actually playing a support Alchemist. Actually has a stun started up already. Rubik gonna get caught with it, and this looks like a lot of damage is gonna be coming the way. The Rabbit is up on Lone Druid. He's not gonna actually throw it out. He does throw it out finally. Gets a little bit of damage, a little bit too late in my honest opinion. If he would have had it earlier, he might have been able to kill the Rubik with just the right clicks. But a Magician gonna be able to survive all that. So yeah, support Alchemist is what we're gonna see. And yes, we do see a mid Venomancer. We see Business Cat Nyan on that Venomancer. And down bottom on this Tusk, we see P. Sullivan hanging out with him. And on this Ogre Magi, we see Dran playing a supportive role and not playing that super ganky Night Stalker role. And we actually got a tri-lane going on. My question is, are we having a primary farm in Undying, or okay, Slaughter. Slaughter's getting on the farm. He's actually gonna be going for a similar build like he did last time, going for that magic wand first. But Snowball's up on Tusk, and Dran on that Ogre Magi, he can't toss a stun whenever he needs to, so my thing is, yeah, they can probably kill the Crystal Maiden, but Undying might be able to heal her up fast enough. But he's also getting those double decays, which is something that you don't want to have happen. That's a lot of damage going his way. He actually throws a tombstone. They're going for the early aggression, and sorry, this should be a dead Ogre Magi. He does go down to the zombies, and Undying is able to survive a little bit longer. The hard dives are coming. The stun comes on top of Tusk. Tusk throws out the ice wall, and that's not going to be enough. These guys are still going for the aggressive. Slaughter has taken a whole bunch of damage. No heal on Undying just yet. He did go for tombstone instead, and Slaughter should die. Just that one last tower shot, and there's his life gone. But man, some heavy aggression coming from this tri-lane down bottom. Just shows you guys the ability of Undying to be that aggressive. He's level 2 and he could dive. Well, yeah, he can dive. If he would have had the tower focus, everybody would have made it out alive, but Slaughter sadly had the aggro from the tower. It looks like Slaughter's going to go ahead and go up top. the bottom lane has done their due diligence and officially won their lane to some extent. Tusk and Ogre Magi both died. They're both behind in levels. Actually, no, they should be even. Yeah, they're even in levels now because it was technically a tri-lane for the Radiant. Going against a dual lane from the Dire. Meanwhile, mid, we got Venomance with the obnoxious, nice little gala of Plague Wars all hanging out. No, hold on, down bottom, we got Chris Main taking a whole bunch of damage. The stun did come on the wrong side. Chris Main should be going out to the fire coming out from Dran, but Dran's going to be able to get the kill on top. Or, sorry, Tusk is going to be able to go down to the Undying, who does have level 2 Tombstone. And there's some really heavy aggression coming up from this Undying very early on. Not my particular style of play. Usually when I play Undying and I want to be aggressive, I go for the Decay plus Soul Rip, so 1 point of Decay and 2 points in Soul Rip, and just goes for the easy kills because I can just decay them to death, punch them a few times, and then just slap them in the face with the Soul Rip and they die. But this is actually very interesting to see though. Seeing the Tombstone this early, Tombstone not that great early on because it does have a very small radius, a 400 radius, but when you throw it right on top of them, they can't run away from the 2 waves of zombies, and by that time your whole entire team is caught up. You can go for the kill. There's a Crystal Maiden who could throw a Frostbite and force them to stay in there a little bit longer. So some really good metagame type stuff coming out for the Radiant, and Bloody Valentine definitely bouncing back pretty well, and STOPLlama Tiem looking like they're in a lot of trouble right now, specifically in that bottom lane. Top lane, can't really tell you just much, or what much is going to go through. We do in fact have a Lone Druid who is actually going to go 3 levels without a bear because he wants to go carry Lone Druid. And this is actually an interesting thing. Like I said, I've seen this before, but even when I've seen it before, I've seen the bear get picked up early, as in like level 3, level 2, level 3. But that was with the jungle Lone Druid. Meanwhile, down bottom we got Dran on that Ogre Magi. Does go down to the Crystal Maiden's Frost Nova, or Crystal Nova, and she backs away with a lot of her HP still intact. The zombies were thrown down, so the Tombstone was dropped. And a lot of stuff, a lot of respect going towards this aggressive pseudo-ish tri-lane. Meanwhile, on top we got Syllabear, or not Syllabear, what's his name? His name, I think his name is Syllabear. No, he's not Syllabear, he's Scylla something, Lone Druid, whatever, I'll call him by his proper name. Taking a little bit of damage up top. No bear just yet. And Slaughter's going to actually pop that sprint and run around the corner and try to go for a stun on top of Lone Druid. No boots just yet because nobody buys boots. And meanwhile mid we got TA is forced to stand still for a few seconds. She did take a little bit of damage. She's actually going to go aggressive on top of Venomancer now. And Venomancer does back away. He does have that poison. Really good versus the TA's refraction. But the question is, how good will it be? And actually, he did go for the over Venom, which is not really going to do too much. Meanwhile, on top, we got a kill going towards Alchemist on top of Rubik finally. And down bottom, we got Undying once again picking up another kill on top of Tusk. And it looks like there will be no aggression coming up from this Tusk. He's pretty much been slammed into the ground. Died a whole entire 3 times. Dran and Ogre Magi, he's died 2 entire times. They do have a kill. 2 kills between them, but it's not really enough. Meanwhile, on top, we got a Slaughter getting stunned up. Syllabear trying to go for some right-click damage, but he's actually going to get telekinesis and zapped to death. The rotation did come in from TA. I don't know if she had an Invis rune or a haste rune or whatever, but she did get the kill, or she did help them get the kill. And a lot of back and forth, but most of it is going in favor of Bloody Valentine, and it's mainly because of this bottom lane. This lane down here has been super aggro aggressive. You're actually going to go aggressive once again. Chris Maiden's actually a little bit far away. She's actually, wait, where's Chris Maiden? She's not even here. Ogre Magi. Undying forced to pop his ulti, get a little bit more HP to run away. He will be able to make us on alive. Does pop himself a soul rip and heals himself up all entire none, because there's like 1 person there. Does 5 damage to himself and heals himself for 5 damage. Because for those who don't know, the way Soul Rip works is it does 5 damage to each unit involved, and then it heals you for 25 damage per unit. So he was the only unit, so he technically healed himself for
is under attack.
15? No, 20. Stun Gust charged up from base, and that's a nice little toss right there. Nice little ability. Nice little play on the timings of all that. So Taka Sniper able to give himself a nice little bit of aggression on that. He is playing support Alchemist, like I said before. So he can go for... So he can become a late game carry if he needs to, but right now, I don't see any silver lining for STOPLlama Tiem. Because Syllabear has been effectively shut down, as far as I'm concerned. Down bottom we got the lanes. They're trying to go for the ganks on top of Crystal Maiden, but if only he was level 6 and he gets frostbitten by the Crystal Maiden, she throws out her aggression back and forth. And the fact that Crystal Maiden is able to go that aggressive on somebody like Tusk and Ogre Magi, all by her lonesome, is not what you want to have happen, especially when we're talking about after level 5, level 6. or sorry, after level 4. Which Curse Man is really effective at like level 3, 4, I guess 5 to some extent. But once you start getting to the ultis, once you start getting people with more HP, it doesn't really matter. So Dran finds himself a TA. TA does get hit with the stun, no multipliers for you. Immediately, Knight Yoshi throws out a nice little illusion room, goes invisible, and Tusk walks away casually. He doesn't have any mana for Snowball. Okay, now he has mana for Snowball, but doesn't really want to walk past this. They do know he's still there. They ping that spot, and there's a TA going to show up, get a few right clicks on top of his creeps, and back away probably. And the Curry's actually coming around. This might be a big trouble, a big danger. Dran does go down, does not want to go for the kill on top of the Curry, but they can ping it and say, hey, the Curry's here, we need to go kill it. Flying gets purchased up, the creep does scout out that haste rune. And here's TA going to casually pick up our haste rune. Not going to use all his bottle charges, need to use his bottle charges. And the bottle charges do officially get used. Meanwhile down bottom, more aggression coming in from Undying. Did he get a decay? Yes, he did get a double decay. And for all those who don't know, for all those who aren't following, double decay, it really means that Undying got a decay on 2 people, or triple decay. That's really it. Nothing special.
Is under attack.
No new ability, no multicast. Meanwhile, we got a TP coming on down bottom from Venomancer, who did go for the Orb of Venom, like I said before. Oh guys, for all those who don't know, Orb of Venom does absolutely nothing to TA's refraction. Just to let you know, Venomancer's Poison Sting, it does do something to TA's refraction after level 2, so he needs 2 points inside of that before it does anything to her refraction. And the reason for that is because in order for TA's refraction to get broken off, the damage instance has to be more than 5, meaning it has to be 6 or better. So Venomancer's level 1 refraction does the whole entire. Whoop, hold on, we got TA taking a whole bunch of damage. Does get hit with the ulti. She does have a meld. Venomancer's ulti does fly through. TA's in a little bit of trouble. Does get hit with the acid spray as well. She should be. Actually no, she's not gonna be dying because they're on the same team. No, yeah, there we go. She does go down too. Looks to be the Venomancer because he did get a right click in before all that, and no refraction for her. Meanwhile, Ogre taking a whole bunch of damage. Double kill going for her and dying. And dying trying to go for the kill. Rubik actually stole the ulti from Venomancer. Gets a nice little bit of damage on top of Ogre Magic. Gets enough to get the kill. And now Undying shows up. Wants to be a bully to Toxic Sniper, and Toxic will be going down. Say, bro, that's what you get for being a support. Triple kill for Undying. Hashtag carry Undying Dota. Meanwhile, on top we got an aggressive slaughter on top of
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
A no bear lone druid, and he's actually gonna just force him one back, getting a whole bunch of right click damage.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Ooh. The words fly out. The words fly out. So much hate going between these two. So much bad blood. I would call it sportsmanship, but it's not really. Anyway, we got Knight Yoshi showing up. Lone Druid is still no ulti, still no bear. He's going for a full-on right-click Lone Druid. Just a straight-up carry type of Lone Druid. Who happens to have an ulti that he can use later on. I have tried this a few times. I did want to try to do it, but I mean, everybody says, "Oh, why you feed? Why you play bad? Why you play bad role?" And Rubik gets telekinesis on top of Lone Druid at the end of the day. The acid spray does fall on top of TA. TA does get the refraction, or does get the meld in just in time, and she's able to just take the damage and no more right clicks coming out from the Lone Druid. He's actually hitting for, well, not a whole bunch just yet. He's actually going to be going for a Yasha here very soon. Meanwhile, mid, the tower is going to be getting taken down by the Venomancer plus his army of venomous gales, or sorry, venomous plague wards. And there's a venomous gale for good measure. But a lot of poison damage coming out his way. He's going to be able to do enough just to kill his tower. And the tower does finally go down. And my question is, does he have more than just 1 point? No, he does not have more than 1 point of poison sting. Guys, beautiful thing to note, keep in mind, in order to burn refraction, like I said before, I'm going to keep repeating it because it's an important point to make. You need to do 6 or more damage in order to burn a refraction charge. So Venomancer's level 1 Venomous Gale is not doing diddly squat to her refraction, despite whatever he thinks. Now the Plague Ward, not the Plague Ward, the Poison Sting is not doing anything to refraction. The Venomous Gale, on the other hand, that is doing a lot to the refraction. But really, if you think about it, it's only 5 ticks versus TA's 6 refraction charges, so, or 6 instances of refraction. So technically, she can just not feel all that damage, and Venomancer gets to burn all that. That's really about it. And oh look, there's my phone. So Venomous is gonna go Venomous is gonna go toe-to-toe with TA, and TA does of course win the fight. The ulti did come out from the Venomous, and now we got a Crystal Maiden trying to run away from Lone Drew, who's actually very persistent. Wants to get the kill. He does get the last right click, and there's this is Tombstone coming out from Undying, and here's a Syllabear running like a boss, 522 movement speed. Dear God, moving like just sprinting on down the line with that rabbit plus those phase boots.
Double damage.
And I'm actually interested to see how he was run at 522. Did he have a haste rune? He must have had a haste rune. Cause oh no, he probably got no. There's no bloodlust on Ogre Magi. Anyway, Smash shows up with his Lone Druid going for that hashtag no bear strat, doing a whole bunch of damage to things because of that double damage. And my question is, how effective will this really be? It's going to be pretty darn effective in my honest opinion, because I mean, he has the range. He has the range to deal with all this. He's going to do a whole few right clicks to Undying. Undying is going to actually do a little bit of damage to Lone Druid. Lone Druid is a very fragile person in his non-ulti form. But don't forget that Tuskar ulti does come through on top of Undying just because he's trying to keep somebody there. The telekinesis did come from Rubik, land on top of 3, and now we got the Crystal Maiden ulti fly on top of everybody. She's actually still alive, nice and pretty healthy. Does get a kill, double kill going her way. And these guys might be able to pick up a kill on top of somebody else, but Lone Druid is going to be the one of the main people to survive. And if my computer would stop doing weird things, like not staying in the window mode, then I'd be fine. Ice shards flying from Tusk does find a Crystal Maiden all by her lonesome. She should be fine. She has those tranquil boots, so she'll be able to heal up here very soon. Meanwhile, up top, what is going on with this Slaughter who's hanging on his lane all day? And guys, he's trying to get his farm because he needs to be the carry. He wants to get aggressive on his Venomous, but all Venomous is going to do is turn around, throw out a Venomous Gale, and he's getting all those free damage on top of Slaughter because of that sprint. I mean, really, what can he do? There's like so many wards. He's getting overrun right now with Plague Wards, which actually don't take aggro. Like the aggro order is heroes. Sorry, the aggro order of Plague Wards is actually no. It's by the aggro of towers is creeps, heroes, siege. No, it's creeps, siege, creeps, heroes, and then Plague Wards, something like that. Anyway, up top we got Slaughter finally getting aggressive on top of Venomancer. Venomancer should be able to get this kill on top of Slaughter, who's actually going to try to sprint away. He's going to be dying to all of those poison stacks. So there's his life gone. Meanwhile, TA does show up mid. No Blink Dagger to speak of, and Tusk actually dies down bottom. Just casually dies to tower shots or creeps. One of those two. But Undying does have a mechanism, and he also, his building will look to be a Vanguard, which is a little bit late in my honest opinion, but so far things are working out for Bloody Valentine. And Lone Druid is still in his range form, trying to get those right-click damages in. And I do still have that question of how effective this is really going to be. And honestly, like when you play Lone Druid like this, it all comes down to just like any other character. Like if you try to say like well, you can't say Gyro because she has her own free steroid. Lone Druid has a steroid in the sense that he has his rabbit, which gives him crazy amounts of attack speed and movement speed, and it lasts for freaking ever. But that said, he's not really all that survivable. He doesn't have all that much HP. He really needs something like a heart. Does get stunned up by the Alchemist. Nice little abilities coming out on top of Ruby. Ruby does go down, Undying. Lone Druid able to pick up the kill on top of that. Some more gold going towards the way of Smash. He's able to play his role more effectively because of that. But TA really does need a Blink Dagger in this game, and Radiant Structures get fortified.
Radiant Structures are fortified.
Meanwhile, Slaughter going to go for the backstab. Venomancer is not going to do anything but sit here and die. Does not throw his ulti because he has no ulti available to throw. Here, he does have the ulti available to throw out. Does throw it out. Does go down here to Slaughter. Slaughter should be able to run back home and heal one up because he is in danger of dying here. Maybe not too much danger, but he's still in some form of danger. Soul Ring already up on Alchemist. Well, not already, but Soul Ring finally up on Alchemist. And let's take a look at the rest of the add-ons because it's interesting to see how these guys are playing it. Because Lone Druid, like I said, he's playing for his Lone Druid form, his normal form, as opposed to his what's it called? True form, right? Playing with his normal form as opposed to his true form. And look up top, we got we got Lone Druid just showing up, casually killing himself a Slaughter. Just right-clicking him to death, being as obnoxious as freaking possible.
I normally don't eat saltwater fish.
Meanwhile, in the river, we see a dead Slaughter. So we see a dead Rubik, and we got Undying popping his ulti, trying to keep his teammate alive. But it's really everybody's too far away. He can't do anything but just throw out a very misplaced decay. And then casually walk his way on the top, try to get himself a kill on top of Smash. He's actually not going to be running this way. He will run this way. Does get the vision on top of Undying. Pops himself a rabbit and continues to run away because he has crazy movement speed. And now we got Undying. He's actually going to dive. He's going to get turned on here very soon. Needs to be very careful because his ulti's about to run out. It does in fact run out. He's in a lot of trouble. He can turn around, try to go for some damage. Throws out a tombstone. Takes a whole bunch of damage one way. Can't throw out a decay if he wants to, but it's not going to be soon enough. The stun did get charged up almost fully, coming off a Toxic Sniper. And that was an easy kill. Easiest kill of their life. And people on top, we got the Crimson Maiden plus the Slaughter just hanging on the top. Stun from Alchemist is getting charged up. Crimson Maiden looks like she'll be the target of all this, and she's gonna be going down here very soon. Slaughter comes forward, throws out a nice little broken armor thing on top of Alchemist. That's really about it. Nobody is really able to do much against the aggression coming off of STOPLlama Tiem once they get this train rolling. But the question is, sorry, not the question is, but the main thing is like how long would it really take for them to get rolling? And the answer to that is pretty darn long. They're finally getting these rolls going. We're finally starting to see a competitive game. So it looks like Bloody Valentine, even though the Undying had an amazing start, had an amazing early game, not really all that much. We got Plague Wars going against Plague Wars. I think Rubik stole. No, he didn't steal that. We got just a lot of Plague Wars coming out from Venomancer. The stun from Alchemist does land on top of Rubik. Rubik taking a whole bunch of damage. He will be going down here very soon. Tusker just throws out one casual right click, no ulti for you. Meanwhile, the stun comes off a Slaughter on top of Tusk. Tusk in a lot of trouble, getting perma stun. Does finally go down. Nobody's really diving on the front, which is actually a really good thing. But the Radiant actually decently healthy. They can continue this push if they want to. And it'll pretty much be a 3-on-4 fight, or sorry, 4-on-4 fight, with one person dead on both respective sides. As far as Lone Druid goes, I mean, Lone Druid, he has a Bloodlust. He's moving at max movement speed without phase boost right now, and that's a pretty scary thing. Okay, maybe he had phase boost on. That doesn't really matter. He's got slowed by Frostfield, and now we got Slaughter getting caught up with the stun from Alchemist. Alchemist is going to casually try to get the kill, but no. Smash says, "Bro, I'm the carry. I get the kills," and he's going to casually just kill the Crimson Maiden because he has all the movement speed in the world. Moving at max movement speed when he has his rabbit plus his phase boost. Even like if you give him a Bloodlust, he moves even faster. So this strategy is actually pretty amazing to see. The Mantis are going to be coming out soon from Smash. Smash trying to run away, trying not to get any more damage to top of him. Rubik stole Venomous Gale. No, he stole Plague Wars, not what he wanted. He wanted Venomous Gale. Venomous Gale does finally fly through. Rubik going to eat a whole bunch of that damage, and he is trying to run away. So many dots on top of him, he just might be going down. Undying pops the mechanism, but it'll be feed out because Smash does show up with right clicks and gets the kill on top of him. I mean, now we officially got Plague War on Plague War battles. Or we had Plague War on Plague War battles. And everyone's going to casually farm up this gold coming out from the zombies. The first point in Alchemist's alchemy? I think no, Greevil's Greed. The first point in Greevil's Greed does go towards Alchemist. TA is hiding in the trees because she doesn't want to get spouted out. Venomancer does see her while she's running away, but that's really about it.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Oh man. But yeah, the no bear strat, like I said before, I've seen it happen before, I've seen people do it before, but usually they still get a point inside the bear. All this goes to show the Lone Druid is still a decent carry. He's actually going for a Scotty by the looks of it, which I guess will be good. Scotty will be good just to make sure just to make it to where he can just kite anybody he wants, or just slow them, keep him from killing him, while he casually kills them at his own leisure without his bear friend to help him. But yeah, this is like stats plus rabbit. I mean, pretty cool stuff going on. And Lone Druid is officially getting 6 slotted and not his bear. So the TPs are coming on top. Venomancer plus Ogre Magi are here to stall. The Smoke of the Seed is up on Dran, so he can go for a gank if he wants to. But nobody's really available to gank. And it looks like the push will be coming forward. Slaughter pops himself a sprint. He's going to try to go around the back and get a stun on top of somebody, but nobody's really there. He won't have no support if he does show up and try to do this. Meanwhile, Smash on the Lone Druid does show up to the fight, and we got a 5-on-4 fight. And these guys are trying to run away. Alchemist does have a stun charging up. Never mind, he didn't. Does Venomancer have Shadow Blade? Yes, Shadow Blade Venomancer. So he's ready to get in position. He's in the perfect position. Pops his ult, catches essentially everybody. Crimson Maiden going to get hit with a few stuns, does go down, and everything in a beautiful big explosion. Everybody's going down. Crimson Maiden dead. Venomancer dead. And we got a Rubik trying to get a few stuns. Does go down to the Smabs to the Lone Druid on that 2 smash on the Lone Druid. And TA goes down as well. Undying, where are you? And he is actually down bottom trying to push his lane, or push the lane out. And by the looks of it, looks like he's building a Vela Discord. Or a Blade Mill. Probably a Blade Mill. But the zombies do come down, just keep pushing his lane, just keep the push strong, and everybody's dead on Undying's team, or on Bloody Valentine except for Undying. And it looks like this will be a base trade, or sorry, tower trade. A very slow tower trade, because Undying has all the damage of
Radiant's top
98.
tower has fallen. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
But guys, a little food for thought, things that you didn't know, or things you may not have known. If you do want to figure out how much damage the tower can take, actually no, I said that wrong. In order to kill a tower, all you really need is just 2 waves of creeps. Like just 2 waves of creeps completely free to attack the tower. They will kill the tower in just 2 waves. I think the tier 2 and tier 3 might take 3 waves. Like just a little bit on the 3rd wave. But Undying trying to fight through backdoor protection. Actually, there's no backdoor protection. He's trying to kill the tower. The siege creep should be able to finish it off. And just one more shot is all he needs. No, it does not get the shot. The tower does get denied by the Venomancer. Not what he wanted. Undying really wishes he had a TP scroll, but he buys his item anyway. And he's going to get scouted out by the whole entire 4 people on the team. Lone Druid just having a ball right now, throwing out the right clicks galore. Hitting for an entire 146 plus 24 plus more because, technically, he doesn't have crit yet. But once he does build a crit, he's going to hit him for a whole lot. He gets the Bloodlust and all the attack speed in the world. And he's moving at 522 without phase boots.
Has fallen to the Dire.
Smoke of the Seat goes through. These guys are going to try to smoke gank and go kill top, or kill everybody up top. Or maybe they want to try to take his mid tower. Honestly, they will be much better off if they just try to kill his mid tower and kill anybody who's trying to defend it. Because they can lose a tier 3. That'll be the first, no, that'll be the second tier 3 they've lost. And the smoke does get revealed. The push is shown. Lone Druid, are you close to a heart?
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
So as far as the graphs go, let's look at the gold graph. You see a Bloody Valentine did have a nice hold on it until Lone Druid got into his swag, if you will, and just started to just kill everybody. Meanwhile, XP graph shows that pretty much the same exact picture, so I mean it's all going downhill from here, literally. Well, actually no, it's going uphill from here, but it depends on your perspective, guys. Undying shows up, tries to be a man, tries to do a little bit of damage. He can pop a soul rip, and he does pop himself a mechanism, trying to install these guys as long as he can. Those out of decay, gets a 3-man decay, but he's getting slowed to death. He can't really do anything to run away. Lone Druid is just being as obnoxious as possible. Undying finally able to survive because he has too much HP. But really, he's still gonna lose his racks, and the push is coming up top. We have ourselves a base race on our hands, guys. A base race. 4 people from the Radiant are trying to push into the Dire's base, and now we got the Dire trying to destroy all of the Radiants, what have yous. And they do get the Rax's mid. That's going to be a big issue. Undying does show back up. Those are the Blade Mill. He's going to actually sacrifice his life here very soon. Does get the kill on top of that thing. And now he's going to try to kill the Lone Druid, but actually has 8, so he doesn't really care. Tuskar throws out Snowball, throws out ulti, kills the Undying, killing spree for Tuskar. Meanwhile, the Raxes are going down up top, and I think if the Dire really wanted to, which they definitely can, they can just go ahead and go for the win. Go for those middle Raxes, because you have more than enough here to kill us, and the Radiant, all they can do is show up and probably die. And yeah, Lone Druid does have all the damage necessary to do all this too.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
So they're gonna go straight for the victor. The tier 4 towers are getting sieged, and the Radiant are gonna try to continue their siege. They're gonna try. Yeah, they're going for the base race. The TP comes forward from TA. She wants to show up and try to stall these guys a little bit. I think she needed to stay and go for the damage, but she doesn't have a death, so it doesn't really matter. She does go invisible, does dodge a little bit of damage. No, she doesn't dodge that much damage. Does get hit with the punch, and she goes down. Slaughter goes down the other side of that. And the base race is strong with these guys. No more fortify left for the Radiant. I don't know if they'll be able to survive this because the damage is still here. Venomancer pops his ulti just to kill all the creeps and also kill the Slaughter. Slaughter does go down, getting kited to death like a boss. Meanwhile, TA is popping himself with invisibility, trying to keep himself alive. Radiant's Ancient is under attack right now. So much is going on right now. People are dying. TA is able to get a kill on top of Venomancer. Meanwhile, Undying, I don't know if he bought back, but if he did, he just go down once again. So he is officially not living up to his own name. And now Alchemist will be going out. Just one more right click. All TA needs. TA is not going to be able to get it. Getting slow like a boss. Alchemist throws out his acid spray. TA should be down here very soon. She does finally go down. And the Ancient is fully under siege. Meanwhile, we got Venomancer stalling like a boss. He's going to be stalling long enough. His death will not go in vain because the Ancient is going to explode on the Radiant side. And the Fortify finally comes out. Hashtag fortified Dota. And there's a crit coming up on the Lone Druid. Dire victory! And the Radiant's Ancient explodes in very fantastical fashion. So despite the best out of 5. So despite Undying having an amazing early game, it didn't really matter because Lone Drew was able to get the farm necessary to kill people, and everybody else was able to stall long enough. So this, guys, if you want to know, this is a 4 protect 1 strat. This is the definition of a 4 protect 1 strat on STOPLlama Tiem. And Bloody Valentine, they had a strategy of snowballing, which is where you pick a TA, you just want to get her as much farm as possible, get her a few kills here or there, she gets a Deso, Blink Dagger, kills everybody, and then you just win. Undying heals there to stall, just try to get them a good early game, and they had a good early game, but it wasn't enough. As far as STOPLlama Tiem, snowball strat, or sorry, not snowball strat, 4 protect 1 strat, in the sense that Alchemist, Ogre Magi, Venomancer, and Tusk, their only reason for being there was just a stall for Lone Drew to get his Scotty plus his crit plus his Yasha and his Aegis and phase boots. So anyway, my name is Coolblue. I hope you guys learned a little bit, and also hope you guys enjoyed this cast, because this was brought to you by all my awesome friends and all the friends of my awesome friends. So shout out to everybody who's involved in these games. These were very awesome games. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll see you guys whenever.